Can you make money selling books on Amazon? Yes, but it's not easy. Don't worry though, I'm here with 5 tips that can help you increase your book sales. So selling books online, utilising platforms like Amazon KDP, there's one thing to say, and that is, it is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Aww. So if you're looking for a way to make income online with minimal effort, Amazon KDP is just not it. A few years ago, people were publishing low-content books which took minutes to make, and they were making money off of them. But now the marketplace is saturated, and it's much harder to make money on Amazon KDP. However, that doesn't mean it's impossible. And as I can attest to this year, it's still very possible to make good money selling books. But it's probably quite important to caveat a few things before we get going. First, it takes time to build your business. And I think you have to treat Amazon KDP like you would any other business. It's going to take a while for it to get off the ground, and it's going to take a while for you to get sales and to get business. So if you focus on it in that way, thinking about the longer term aim of your business, there's every chance that you're going to get success. There will be frustrations when you first get going. I know myself, I've made plenty of books that have literally got 0 sales, and that can be really disheartening. But the beauty about Amazon KDP is all you need is 1 or 2 books to take off, and that can bring you a passive income stream of hundreds of dollars every single month. So it's all about creating good products, seeing what sticks, and then pushing the ones that are performing well to try and maximize results. Anyway, I said I've got 5 tips to help you sell more books, so let's get going. The first tip is the importance of niche research. If you subscribe to the channel, you've probably heard me talk about this 100 times. But before you even create a book, it's super important to look at what the market wants and make something that's in demand. Not only that, but it's also important to make sure that the market, that niche, is not completely saturated. So you want a high demand, but a relatively low level of competition. And what tends to happen is sometimes you kind of meet in the middle here, but what you don't want to be doing is go for a niche with low demand and low competition. And worse still would be low demand and high competition. So you want to find that sweet spot of a niche that's high in demand, but relatively low in competition. And you might ask me why that's so important. And that's because when you go on Amazon and search in the search bar, if you're in a high competition niche, your book is probably going to be on page 10, 11, 12, and basically no one's going to see it. And so the way to counteract that is by using ads. But if there's a lot of competition, those ads are going to be much more expensive. So you don't want to be in a super high competition niche, but there still needs to be lots of demand so that there's potential for you to sell lots of copies of your book. So before you even get going, make sure you're considering doing a good level of niche research. My second point is absolutely imperative, and that is making amazing book covers. Now, the way people search on Amazon is it's solely the book cover as well as maybe the star rating. But if your book cover doesn't stand out, if it doesn't look professional, if it doesn't look better than what's already out there, you're just not going to sell many books. And I would say that this goes for all genres of books on Amazon. The consumer mindset on that marketplace is very much search, scroll, and click on what captures the attention. So if you make a book cover that looks eye-catching, that's professional, you've got every chance of maximizing the amount of people who click on your product and then purchase the book. Tip number 3 is the importance of using Amazon ads. If you want to see how I use Amazon ads effectively to launch a book, click the link in the corner now. But essentially, there's so many books on Amazon. You're competing with thousands and thousands of other books likely in your niche. And so that shows the importance of, getting that level of competition down a little bit before you get started. But you're still going to be competing with hundreds or thousands of other books. And the way to break through is by using ads. How that works on Amazon is in a couple of ways. You can either use keyword ads. That means that you're competing for a certain search terms on Amazon. So if someone searches for curling books for adults, if you're bidding for that keyword, there's every chance you'll appear for that search term. So organically, your book might be on page 10 or 11, but using ads, you've got every chance to be boosted to the top of the first page. That's going to help you get those initial sales at the beginning, but it can also help you get continuous sales as well. And the other types of ads that are mostly used on Amazon are product ads. they will appear under someone else's product. When you scroll down underneath the product description, there'll be a little section of sponsored products. What these are generally good for is if someone's not 100% sure about buying that and they scroll down to see what's suggested, that's when you've got every chance for your book cover to stand out and for them to pick your book instead. So if you want to sell a decent amount of books on Amazon, you need to be using ads, especially after you've just launched your book and you're trying to get it out there. Tip number 4 is the importance of building a brand. This is something that you can focus on after you've got a few books out there, but you can have 3 pen names on Amazon. So I have 1 pen name for my sci-fi writing, and then 2 pen names for my medium content books. If I was starting over again, I'd do something very similar, but I would separate those 2 medium content book pen names out. I would do 1 for adults and 1 for kids. And why this is important is if someone likes your book and they go to see what else you've got on offer, it can be really useful to have very similar types of products there to make it easier for them to purchase something else. Building these pen names out into brands will also allow you to do things like creating websites, maybe creating a mailing list where you can give someone a freebie for signing up, and it also builds that brand name recognition. So if you're not doing this at the moment, I think it can be a really nice thing to do, even if it's just creating a name, creating a logo, and including that on the back of your books. It makes the book look more professional, and it also gives a chance for people to buy more books by you. And tip number 5 goes on from this, and that is creating series on Amazon KDP. Now, as long as you're not creating low content books like notebooks and journals, you can create series for your books. So say if you were creating colouring books for adults, you could create a series and every single title that you create can go in this series. And then before you know it, you might have 10 books in a single series on Amazon. What's great about this is if your product is good and people enjoy the book that they purchase, there's every chance they'll come back and buy other books in that series. And as advertising can be quite expensive on Amazon and you might not make your money completely back on your ads, if you have a series of books out there, there's every chance that over time, one purchase might become 2 or 3. That can really help to maximize your profit on Amazon, as well as give you the opportunity to spend more money on ads and sell more books. So yes, you can make money selling books on Amazon, but it does take a bit of time and effort. But if you use those 5 tips, there's every chance of you creating a successful book publishing business on Amazon. Okay, I hope this video is useful. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.